The fish that had the tumour died last night. It only had that lump probably about 3 days, but yeah, it's. I've seen it. I think I've seen it on two others. There was a pregnant. Both of them were female. The other two, and I kind of thought it was like a pregnancy cancer tumor or whatever. But this one was a male, so I know it's not just. I don't know why they get that, but you could see that it was going to die a lot quicker than the other one. The one with the stroke seems to just, I don't know, like it seems to either be moving and very like swimming bently. It's almost like it's broken its back or something, and it can't swim properly. But at least it died knowing that it wasn't the only one struggling. But yeah, I think the one that's had the stroke is probably going to could live quite a long time because I've only had it about 6 months. But yeah, the orange male seems to always be disappeared. I could tell you a picture of it. The number of times I could look at the cage or at the tank. I keep calling it a cage. Look at the tank like any time during the day, and I never see it, and I don't know where it's gone. You have to kind of like lift up the items to actually find it, and I don't know why it's doing that. But anyway, Grammys was on a night or two ago. I'm not watching the Grammys. The Grammys. It's annoying how it's still on and I'm still not being invited. Um, you know, it really really bothered me in the first few years to just see acts that kind of seemed to know that I was Corey, seemed to know that I was here, and replaying stuff um, and just to know that I'm not welcomed. It's like having a birthday party and they're all celebrating your birthday, only they're refusing to talk to you, invite you, or, or have anything to do with you. So I'm angry at these shows, and I have no desire to watch them. I think if things were to change and my life was to get better, I would watch the Grammys in the past and just be like, that's enough for me. I don't want to have anything more to do with these shows. I feel a similar way towards Big Brother. You know, I really wanted to be on that show for such a long time, and okay, you took it off for 5 years, but then you brought it back, making me think that things were going to change and get better, and I still wasn't invited on. So I've grown more of a hatred for Big Brother because that's a show that really really needs to help me, whereas the Grammys is just an award show where people who are successful and rich get to congratulate each other on how successful and rich they are. And therefore, I know when it comes to the Grammys, there's probably a lot of people that are kind of envious or hate the Grammys because it's, if there's loads of singers that work on ships and stuff that, would never win a Grammy. And, they're probably watching the show just thinking, I would never be invited to that. And so I feel like I'm not as angry towards these shows because I know that there's a lot of people in my position who would have loved to be invited and who are never going to be invited. And but yeah, Big Brother is different. I feel a lot more hatred towards that because that is something that could actually change my life. I don't think the Grammys really could change my life. Um, but yeah, I noticed there was, I don't know if that was a deliberate stunt from Taylor to ignore the Angel of Reincarnation, but yeah, Taylor Swift, I say she represents, I don't know, the newer me or the me that hates her people, but yeah, I think Allah is really, reincarnation is for everyone, but some people are not going to be reincarnated as human, and it almost felt like she didn't look at a reincarnation because she hates people so much she doesn't want them to be reincarnated as humans. Um, but yeah, I don't know what else to say. Oh, that there was a Killer Mike got arrested. I feel like that was feels like it was a stunt or done deliberately. Um, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. That saying that the Antichrist is going to be arrested straight after the Grammys. I don't know. There was an arrest straight after. I'm I'm trying to see something or see. I have no idea because the Grammys is not going to be on for another year. I don't know if the timing is right. I'm trying to think of timing, and my next guess for when people are going to help me is I guess Easter. Um, you know, I don't want to keep date setting because I end up getting everything wrong. But people arrested Jesus, who was supposed to be Christ, and if Jesus is supposed to be just like an echo of something, prophecy of me, maybe that's saying that 3 days before Passover, people are going to come to me. They're going to take me to some place in the middle of nowhere. Um, I'm not too sure if it's going to be a house or a cave. I think it should be both. There should be a house, a nice house at the top, and then a stupid, small, horrible, small cave, dirty cave at the bottom. But yeah, how it should play out, I don't know. I mean, it could start off being in the house, but it's important that people don't know what the house looks like or where the house is. Um, and then they could look like I've been kidnapped into the basement when really I'm actually just living in the house. But you'll just do scenes to make it look like I'm in the basement or in the cave or whatever it is. Technically a cave can just be somewhere in a studio. In fact, it could even be above ground. You just need to get a large room and make it turn it into a set that's like a cave, and then have a bed and then a jacuzzi. The jacuzzi will encourage me to go down there, and then a tanning machine to make it look like I'm getting my tan from that rather than from the sun. I'm going completely white. I'm usually a lot more tanned, but it's so cloudy that there's not that much sun shining through. But I don't know, that's my next guess. I think though with the rapture idea, there should be a specific date that the rapture actually starts. You tell people that you're building up some sort of, I don't know, you can have some sort of wedding or bad wedding. Actually, I kind of actually picture the wedding with me kind of being not aware of what's going on, or you making it look like I'm not aware of what's going on, marrying a bunch of strangers, and then for I don't know 6 months or something, and then Halloween. If there is going to be a rapture day, like a specific day, it should definitely be Halloween. So maybe that could be a plan. You get me on Passover, and then tell the world that I am the new Christ, the new daughter of God, but make me look powerful, but also make other people look more powerful. Um, and and the more powerful I become, the more powerful the people above me will seem, because you will make it seem like they are above me, and therefore it kind of works both to our benefit. Why? One, because I'll be getting attention and getting people to notice me and hopefully hear me when I say that I'm God. But you can change some of the things that I'm saying and say, no, I'm not God. I'm just part of, like, just speaking to this weirdo online that still, she's the only one who's responding to me, so I've got no choice. But she keeps wanting to be like, I can't believe Jesus is the Antichrist. There's too many texts and too many scriptures about him. I can't believe that. That's not. You're a lesser God, one that hates everyone, and I want the God that loves everyone. So I don't know if other people claim that they know who the God is that loves everyone, and I'm the God. I'm just the smaller God who hates everyone. I don't know. It sounds ridiculous how people would just want to believe that. But anyway, and then you can specifically say that on Halloween or something. I don't know if you'll reveal at the beginning that it actually the only way to get into heaven is to kill yourself. I don't know if that's like something that gets revealed at the beginning or if it's just something that gets revealed at the end. But I don't know. I've seen a few videos about people making bunkers, underground hidden bunkers. If people are gonna, I don't know what's gonna happen, but if people start faking their death, but they should only do it if they feel threatened, like if they feel like their life is in danger or something, maybe. But I don't know. Nothing might happen. I might wait till March and find again that nothing happens. I'm getting sick of just guessing and not knowing, but it's just that's all I can do because I can't see the future.